everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video slash discussion video. I'm speaking very quietly because I'm still trying to wake up. But um, let me just start off with what we got so far. So if you remember last video, I'm not sure if last video I did, but I think it was a couple days ago. Um, so supposedly there's a couple things to mention. Um, Number one, this is the new map, or somewhat a new map. Um, I think there's a couple things to point out is about this new map. First of all, we have a new version of Mega City. I think it's gonna be a lot better. I think it's gonna be a lot more cleaner, probably less like what we had previously, and there's probably gonna be more buildings. It's such forth. Um, Now, the next thing I want to mention is that there are three skins here. We got the Oni skin. We also got the samurai guy with the Oni mask. He's wearing like an Oni mask with a samurai uh, Masumune blade, right? And then of course we also have a new gun right here. There's a new gun. Um, so yeah, it's brand new map. Now over here, this was really interesting. The I can't show you right over here. This part right here. Uh, Now this is like some kind of like Oni, um, character like, and I was like thinking, oh wait, like if you see like, do you take a look at this guy, right? He's holding his bat, right? He's ready for a fight or something. And I was thinking like, oh, wait, could it be that um we actually in fact see the like there's what's called golem statues or Oni golem statues because this is brand new. Another thing is about Godzilla. I want to talk about that later, but this is like I'm kind of curious if this was be a golem, kind of like a golem character. We, but anyways, that's all I'm gonna say. If it's gonna be a boss, that'll be kind of cool, you know. So and then we're gonna move over here, right here with Turtle. Now this was kind of interesting. Some people said that this turtle is gonna be moving every match, like every time the storm moves in, or it could be that it could move every single time, that every single day. So it might just move as it goes. Sorry, I touched my mic. Whoops. Um, so that's going to be really interesting. We also have supposedly uh, this biome, the purple forest biome, or I guess purple forest. But supposedly this environment is going to have like a day and night cycle where where it turns night and then it turns day. So different mobs spawn. So nighttime, probably all the mobs like evil mobs spawn, and daytime spawns NPCs. So that'd be kind of cool. Then we got like some kind of like old like old. I can't remember all the places in the Kyoto or some place where like there's a place in Japan where there's like a small little kind of, I don't know. This also reminds me of Tokyo, obvious. We also have this cool gate thing. It looks like a dragon on the background. Like you got a lizard, like some kind of dragon with. I'm not sure if this is a gate or something. Maybe a demon gate where we can travel between, uh, like the void and the void slash demon realm, and travel back to the open world. So it's kind of like you know we also, so that's pretty cool. We talked about the turtle. We talked about Tokyo, uh, and we talked about the purple furnace biome. We also talked about this biome, this area. Kind of reminds me of like some kind of love right here, I guess. Um, Next is Godzilla. Now, this is really interesting. Supposedly, as mentioned, supposedly this will be a boss. Yes. It will be similar boss to the what's called the I can't remember. Um, Similar to the Doom boss. So I imagine when you like eliminate it, you might get like a special type of item from it. I don't know, but we'll see. That'll be kind of cool to see that. Um, so um, who knows? But I can see something really interesting. So in the background, there seems to be like some kind of like almost like uh the I don't remember which part was it. Um, there was a part where I can't remember. It was a bridge that's in Japan. It's a famous. It's like kind of like a futuristic bridge, but they recently built it. And so yeah, that'll be kind of interesting. Also, they talked about an industrial plant or some sort of thing, and I was thinking like, oh wait, why would they add the industrial? And then I realized, oh, it might be a reference to the power plant in what's it called the power plant that was in Japan, I think. That I can't remember what it was. It was not Chernobyl from Ukraine. It was from another power plant in Japan. I can't remember, but it was like because I know that Japan is very anti-nuclear because they don't like nuclear such forth. So they rather use like things like I don't know. Um, but we can clearly see a lot of cool things, the backgrounds. Some people say that this looks like a. Some people say, like I saw one YouTuber saying that this looks like cheap fish from Super Mario, but I'm pretty sure these are what's called koi fish. Um, so that's pretty cool. Then you also see some characters running on the buildings. Really neat. Uh, then we also have this little guy right here. I don't know what this little guy is, but I think that's the what's called I can't remember the um the sprites that was mentioned a while ago, and I was thinking like, oh, okay, because it would make sense having these little sprite characters. I don't know what they're gonna do, but we'll see. Then we also have this character. Maybe that's another sprite. I don't know. Some people are saying that this could be a pet, or this could be something else. I don't know. But I'm thinking that it's sitting on him, and I think it's Shishikagami. They're special familiars that that people use for like exercising and such words, like an exorcist, where they would help their familiar would help do everything and then help them defend to exercise certain demons. There's also like I can't remember all the different spirits. There's yokai. There's also that's the only one I remember. But there's like a whole bunch of like lists of all the different demons and the kind of stuff. But yokai is the most famous one. So and of course Oni is also another spirit. Um, but yeah, this will be kind of really interesting to see how this. Also, they're in Fortnite. They said it's like they call it the mythical land of something Oshikibiyama or whatever it's called. I think I'm saying. Sorry if I'm not saying it properly. Uh, and then we also see like I think that's like Durr Burger, but with like Durr like like not dirt like it's dirt like a sandwich version of Durr Burger um with rice instead like those rice sandwiches that you call them but and we also see that weird bunny thing at the if you remember back in chapter 4 I can't remember was it? I think it was like season two or season. Yeah, I think it was season two. Because yeah, season two with the Mega City, all that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah, that was season two, and then there was like that bunny at the top. So it was like a sort of like a futuristic city kind of thing. I imagine very futuristic, but you can see some cherry blossoms in the background. So we got purple forest. We got the some kind of demon castle thing. We got Godzilla. We got a bridge. That was kind of really interesting to see that. And then of course we got city, and then we got the turtle, and then we got a little town right here. But now we're gonna take a look at so the Godzilla is gonna be called Godzilla Evolve. That's what it's gonna be called. And then we can see up close up with the turtle right there. So yeah, and then of course turtle. And then here's like a close up of what they look like. So you got like uh, it looks like you can grind rail on these things, so that would be kind of cool. Looks like people are running, and they're going to like kind of like, and we got this kind of like pig slash I don't know what that says. Tuka Kukia Takawiki, whatever. I guess some kind of love hotel. I guess that would kind of weird. But yeah, and then we of course got the purplish forest biomes, night and day, and also there's like another cat character right there. I know that's I think that's the other cat character that we saw in the previous loading screen. We got like some kind of like purplish, we got some nice beautiful um purple and some trees. I'm kind of curious to like kind of curious to how like where these purplish. I guess it's like the environment, because like for example, like cherry blossoms, for example, some cherry blossoms turn white in different temperatures. So it's kind of interesting to see how this would turn it into a purplish forest biome. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. That looks like a little kind of boss kind of creature. I can't tell. It looks like some kind of maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like just maybe it's some kind of shrub. Maybe I don't know. Then we got the a close up of the Oni uh, demon statue that I think is gonna be a boss, because why would it stand right in front of the doorway itself? Why would it just stand right there? And it looks like it's holding a club. So I mean, and he looks like he's ready for battle. And like no way that he would just like stand there and be like, you know, a lot. If you remember back in chapter 4, the statues from the giant statues from from what's it called? Not Stein. I was thinking of some kind of anime. From the chapter 4 map where, sorry, there's like some cars going by. Uh, so I'm just thinking like some kind of like what was it called? Yeah, the chapter 4 statues where the Ageless, right? All of those statues, right? They didn't move because they didn't have like they were not in a position where they're ready to fight. But this one looks like it's like a moving statue itself, and the way it's designed. Also, I think a few years, like if you remember back in chapter 5, season 2, people mentioned how there was going to be a giant, like the gods were like there's going to be giant creatures, giant this, giant that, right? But for some reason it didn't happen. I don't know why. But then I kind of like thinking like, hmm, hmm. I think it's might because they didn't do it. Is because a lot of the gods in like Greek gods, mostly are always like always human-like size. It's because they have uh, they're more human-like size, and they don't really appear giant like what some people interpreted. Because sometimes people interpret it as like gods, like being like the Greek gods being like this huge giants, but they all look like the same thing. Unlike if you ever watch the the Black Myth Wukong, the video game, in the last spoiler, so in the last scene there was there was where Wukong was fighting his ancestor was fighting against the giant giants, like the giants that were very the elemental gods and things like that. You know how big they were? They're huge. They were like big giants. They were like bigger than my bigger than anything else, bigger than my brother's forehead. And um and because it was just yeah, I think the main thing I want to mention is a lot of the I think a lot of the Greek gods were interpreted wrong because maybe the gods were just they look big, but in reality they're just probably average size, like a normal human, a normal modern human. But for Japanese gods, like anything like elemental gods and all that kind of stuff, they were massive because they had all this power, and they had these. They were massive. They were like really giant. They were like looking like big, you know, big characters. So it would make sense to have um, this season more focused on like Goliath characters instead of Chapter 5, because I don't think it would work because but now we think that this could in fact be right, could in fact that be the possibility of a boss spawner coming to creative, because for the longest time, the boss spawner was supposed to be coming many years ago, but it never got released. But now it's possible that we might finally get the boss spawner, and we might be able to customize NPCs to create Goliath like giant characters with giant abilities, like like if you remember when we were fighting Doctor Doom. I didn't play that, but I noticed that people were like fighting Doctor Doom and it was so massive, and I was thinking like, oh, he probably has a lot of health, so it would make sense to finally get to release the boss spawner, because for the longest time the boss spawner we couldn't release the boss spawner, but who knows? But yeah, so there's only a couple more days left until chapter 4, until chapter 5. I mean chapter 6. Sorry, chapter 6. Good number. Um, until chapter 6. So now, for some, I think now a lot of people are probably wondering like, why is it such a short season? Um, this season is only 2 months long, so you wouldn't have. I wouldn't say short, but I thought it was a little short. But I guess they just made it short. I don't know. It's only about like it only goes up to from December 1st, and then all the way until January, from December to January, to from January to the final month of, and then February. And I imagine February, and then March, and then April probably gonna be somewhere in there. Maybe we get the second season, and then right around April, uh, May, and then June will probably be the third season, and then July, and then August will be the second and fourth season, and that would go all the way down until from August, September, and then October, and then from October, uh, I, I think season 4 is probably going to be a longer because they always is longer. So it's probably going to go all the way until August, September, October, October. Wait, no, August, September, um, August, September, August, September, October, and then finally November OG season. Blah blah blah, and then it'll go straight into chapter 7. Right. So yeah, and then of course we're gonna go into 2026. Now 2025 is gonna be a really good, interesting year because um, I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see. But 2025 is gonna be a very interesting year, and including 2026 also. 2026 and then 2030 will be probably a really great year. So keep that in mind. I'm not talking about Fortnite, but I'm talking about something else. But now we have all that done. We have all the crazy cool such for it. We can mention that. Well, uh, we can actually mention that. Well, next season is gonna be really good. I hope you guys do enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe new, and of course I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.